on looking there. Fuck. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sheila, in case you didn't know. I'm at Boss X Lovato on Twitter and Boss Lovato on Instagram. So I've been asked about my experience meeting Demi, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. So get ready. It's about to get interesting. Kinda. So I'm going to talk about my mindset going into meet and greet and kind of the things that I'd planned to say and kind of just what she said and how that all was. Okay, so I met her in Newcastle. That was in the UK. I decided to fly out to London, kind of look around, and then meet her there, because why not? I know her meet and greet was kind of heavy. She said in an interview that it got really heavy to the point where she would cry in her dressing room, and people would say a lot of heavy things to her. So my goal for meeting her was, I want to make her laugh. I want to make her smile. I want to say something different. Just something like where she can maybe remember me, or just something to just make her happy, because that's what we all want, right? We want happy, healthy Demi. Okay, so I knew for sure I wanted to tell her something about older men, because I know she, if you know Demi, you know how she loves her older men. So I was like, you know what, that'd be great. And I like older men, so I was like, perfect. That's pretty much like the main concept I had in mind. When I went into meet and greet, it was in the UK, so Newcastle is a time where she was sick. I don't know if you remember that, where she posted that video where she had to cancel the O2 or postpone the O2 show because she was sick. So security was like, you will not be allowed to have like chit chats with Demi. She's on vocal rest, so she's not going to be talking much. You cannot hug her, you cannot lick her, you cannot kiss her. And if you try to give her a hug, this is what got me. They said, if you try to give her a hug, we will smack your arm away. And it wasn't Max who said this, it was some other security guard, but Max was also there. So I was like, you know what? I don't want Max to hit my hand. I don't want anyone to hit my hand, so I'm not gonna reach over to hug her at all. And I know she struggles with anxiety and all that, so it made sense. So, it was fine. This is what I did. So when I was the last one in meet and greet, and I realized that was the best fucking decision I made. Why? Because when you're last, you have a little bit more time than the people in the front, because when you're in front, they rush you through it, like go, 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 go. They need to get through all these people. But when you're in the back, they don't have to rush. You're the last one, so you have a little bit more time to talk to her. So that's what I did. I was in the back. They were saying she's on vocal rest, so I was expecting to walk in and her to be silent. I walked in and I was so shocked because she just went, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, oh my gosh, like in my head I was like, you're supposed to be on vocal rest. Why are you practically screaming? But anyways, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so happy. This is great. So we just took a picture, a regular picture. This meet and greet, I paid for 2, so I got 2 pictures with her. And I wanted to do a pose, but I was too scared to ask for the first one. So we did a regular, normal pose, just kind of like, like the hug and the smile and whatever. And that turned out great. I'll probably put it at the end of the video. And we had another picture, and she put her arm up. She's like, do you want to do a heart pose? And she put her arm just like this. And I didn't want to tell her no, like she's Demi fucking Lovato. You don't want to say no to her when she asks you want to do something. But I was like, well, I really want a kiss pose, like, in my head, and, like, I was just kind of staring at her hand, trying to decide what to do, but I just said, is it okay if we do a kiss pose? And she said, sure. So then she kind of went the position of, like, for the kiss pose, and that was great. But something I realized was I didn't know what I wanted to do while she's doing that. I originally wanted to give her a hug, but because I was kind of, like, I don't want to give her a hug, I don't want to get slapped, so I just kind of looked at, like, my brain just wasn't processing what was happening, so I turned and looked at her to just, like, kind of see what she was doing, and she was just stuck in the position, like, her eyes were closed, her lips were like that, right at my face, and I just kind of stared at her, like, her lips, she had, like, kind of, like, orangish lips, and, like, her eyeshadow was so pretty. I was staring at her, and I was like, fuck, like, we have to take this picture. So I decided, like, okay, I'll just lean in a little bit. I didn't want to lean in too much to accidentally, like, hit her lip, so leaned in a bit, and we took the picture, and I knew I wanted to tell her something, so I was just like, I just turned to her right after I took the picture, and I said, can I tell you something? And she said, sure. And I said, your song Father changed my life. And she said, aw, thank you. And she put her hand on my hand, which was so adorable. Like, she kind of just reached out and just holding onto my hand. And then I was about to walk away, but then I was like, no, I want to tell her something about the older men. I can't forget that. So I said, also, older men are really hot. And the moment I said that, her head leaned back, just kind of leaned back and I just started laughing and laughing, and like that really deep, you know, her hyena deep laugh. So, oh, it's the best feeling ever. And she laughs in your ear. And she just kind of laughed, and then she said, okay, and then she giggled again, and it was great. And then I was just like, you know, when you hear Demi's laugh in person, like right in your ear, like right next to you, like I just like couldn't process anything else. I want to tell her I love you or like just something else, but my brain just wasn't working after I heard her laugh. It's like that's all I just walked right out, and I like looked back at her, but I didn't know what to say, and that's it. But it was great. So a few things to say about meet and greet and some advice is, 1, you want to keep it light and fun and happy. You want to make her laugh. You want her to enjoy meet and greet, so she continues doing it and she likes it. And you know, we don't want to have her be stressed, depressed, and crying. Like, we want Demi to be happy, so just try to keep it happy. If you want to tell her something like kind of more deep or dark, first of all, maybe think that through, or just say something like, you've helped me through a really difficult time in my life, or you helped me get through the darkest days. You don't have to go into detail. That's not necessary, especially because it could be triggering to her. We don't want that. So, and yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing is, maybe try to think of something creative, because she hears a lot of the same thing, and having something different it's refreshing for her. And being in the back, being like the last person in line is a good thing, because you could probably kind of get by with being with her a little bit longer, talking to her more. But just remember to ask, like, can I tell you something, so that she, like, you know, security isn't like fully rushing you. But I didn't have any problems with security, and all went well. So yeah. Do I think it was worth it? Yes. Me, because I love Demi and she means so much to me. I've loved her since Camp Rock. I've been a stan. So for me, paying $500 for one meet and greet was worth it. If you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any other questions or comments about meet and greet or any ideas for other videos, let me know in the comment section. I'll make sure to respond, or maybe I'll do the video that you requested. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.
You tried to break me down like I would hit the ground.